Yo, 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 what's up? Welcome to another installment of Don't Know Nothing.
Don't know.
I'm Kyle Jones. To my right, I got my co-host.
How's it going? I'm Dylan Purcell.
What's up, what's up? We got two newcomers here. The couple.
Very new.
Very
The
new.
Bins. The Bins.
The Benz.
The Bins.
Not like Mercedes. More like that, what is that, little Ben? No,
Like
that's little
storage
Bob.
bins?
It's a little Bill.
That's a little
Little
Bill,
Bill.
bro.
Little Bill.
Damn.
Little Ben.
Anyways,
Christ.
we have Orlando. We have Dominique. Say hi.
Ben, what's going on?
Is your name Ben or Orlando?
Is it Ben or Orlando?
My first name is Orlando.
There
Okay.
you go.
Okay.
Blue.
Okay.
Our last names are Ben.
There you go.
Is
Hey,
it Ben or?
He's being
Ben?
like super duper
Ben?
confusing right now.
Okay.
We in here.
All right.
I'm Dominique though, by the way. Hello.
And to my right, we have Nikki, the
Konnichiwa.
What's up, bitch?
token
Yeah.
token agent.
What's going on?
Token Nation.
Token Nation. What the hell?
Hey, Token
What in the
Nation.
hell?
We in here. And so the new Avengers came out, and we don't know nothing about these Infinity Wars, do we?
These Infinity Wars is
Oh my god.
These Warses.
They're infinite.
The
but-
Warses?
before we get into that, I believe one of
Oh, yeah,
the
you're
happy
right.
couple
You're right.
is gonna start us off with a lovely freestyle.
Oh my
I
god.
thought you said we do that at the end.
No, we
No.
do that at the beginning.
At the beginning.
Gotta get the mind rolling.
All right.
All
Help
right.
get your nerves out.
Who's first?
Him.
All right.
Go him.
Watch, I'm about to fail this.
No,
It's
flames.
not- there's no fail.
Straight fire.
Yeah, there's no fail. But I don't know.
Keep going. Come on.
Inhale.
Yeah. Inhale. Yeah. Dude, I don't rap. I told you.
Hey, no,
You don't need to rap.
I know you've rapped with me in the car before, bro. But you've done it.
But bruh, there's
Done it.
liquid courage
All right.
behind all of that.
Watch Dominique slay this.
Slay.
Okay, baby. Get it.
Slay it.
Oh my
Slay.
god.
Yeah.
I don't even know where to start.
Slay it.
Yeah. Ooh, we need a beat.
Oh.
I don't even know.
Oh, it says stop.
Oh.
I like that.
Don't know nothing about success without a doubt. I don't know. I'm stuck now.
It's all good. At
gotta
least you
prepare
tried.
You
me.
tried.
You gotta
Alright.
prepare me.
Now
You
watch-
can't
now
just
watch-
say, hey.
Alright,
watch
Nikki.
Watch
Kyle.
Kyle.
Nikki.
Oh, yeah,
Well,
Nikki.
Another guest.
Kyle is like a rapper.
Okay.
I know, right?
Let me think of something.
Get it, Nikki.
Infinity War, we said?
Yeah.
Are you
Any
Doesn't
looking
have
at
to
your
be
phone?
Any topic.
I'm just kidding. Yeah.
Come on.
Why did I do this good in Starbucks and I can't remember what it
Yeah, I
said?
know. We were in Starbucks earlier.
I
and
was
she
making
was
fun of
rapping.
Dylan for not being on the shit in Fortnite.
Yeah, and she was rapping.
Oh,
Let's hear it.
yeah, okay. My name's Nikki. I play a lot of Fortnite. You're gonna die, right?
Ask him that. Ask him. We ask him that.
Right.
Please, just
All right,
fall
Dill,
to
go
your
ahead,
knees.
man. Go
All right,
Hey,
I'm
there
let
you
you
go.
get it. I'm gonna let you get it.
Show.
Uh-oh.
I don't know if the beat's gonna end. Sounding like
Yep,
it will.
it's ending. It's
It's
ending.
fading out. It said, fuck you, Kyle.
Yeah.
They said he's too good for this beat.
So we out.
Oh.
Uh-oh. This beat sounds pretty epic.
Uh oh.
All
He's
right.
about to get it.
Step up to the plate, time to be confident. Y'all already know I am no confidant. Oh no, that was not on one, son. I'm about to flip this shit off like some gun. Flip it off like it's the damn I'm so off right now. I had a rhyme
Yeah,
for confident.
Okay, I'm so
Confident.
off considering the fact we have
Confident.
like bars and
No,
shit.
confident. Wait.
We said
Let me
3
try
words
and get that
each.
again.
Yeah.
I think I said less.
He's getting
I think
it.
I
He's
said
getting
Let me try it one more time. Okay, here we go.
Okay. Show off.
Yo. One more time, yeah. Okay. Fuck. I can't. I don't like this beat, man. Wait, here we go. Here we go. It's the trash open. The little bitch, they call him the Hulk when I'm shopping. Best believe I buy in bulk. I'm about to be here. You know I don't stalk. I stay here. You just play here. I am the winner. Y'all niggas are just some sinners. I'm about to be in the corner just fucking grinning. I don't really give a shit what you saying. I am Goku going Super Saiyan. I got the fire. I got the flame. I got LeBron. He's got the flame. That was twice I said it, but I don't care. I read it like it's on the fucking paper.
Super hot fire.
Super hot, boy.
That was,
And that's why
that
I
was a
don't
long
rap.
lead up to do that shit.
And that's why
That's
I didn't
okay.
want to
That's
either.
okay.
All right, go ahead, Dill. That's yours.
You're gonna fail.
Wow. That's a lot of talk from someone that couldn't even spit
Yeah,
one
like-
bar.
Yeah,
I know,
what-
but the thing is, I never said that I could. So
I never said that I could.
Yeah, what?
Yeah, you kind of did. I could see it on your face. Just so you know, everybody, I could see it in his face.
Oh yeah. Okay. Okay.
Mom spaghetti.
Mom spaghetti. Knee feet, arms heavy. Bomb
Dominique,
sweater
you're
over-
looking so weak. I got these super sticks. Oh shit. Oh god, that exploded. Fuck.
God damn.
Damn.
Okay.
Everything exploded on
Wait,
this
wait,
table.
wait, how weak am I?
All right.
So weak.
All right.
So weak. He's all right. All right.
All right.
Further.
Yeah, he was,
All right.
he was ready to roast her.
All right.
Hold on. You gotta.
Speaking of weak.
You gotta.
Speaking of weak.
You got a second chance. Let me get it.
Okay, yeah, you're
Okay.
right. You're right.
What? There's no spill.
No, there's no spill. We got paper towels for the imaginary
The only spill was all these Dungeons and Dragon dice.
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about.
Uh-oh.
Traveler's Tale.
Nerd.
Coming
Oh,
soon.
you're right. You're
Hashtag.
right. Hey, that's a good plug.
Hashtag.
Hey.
Oh, yeah.
Hashtag Traveler's Tale.
Hashtag some people. oh, shit, beat.
We need another beat. I like this beat.
Okay.
Oh,
Ooh,
I got you,
sounds all
fam.
like Mario coins.
Get it. Dylan.
okay. I'm out here chilling with my bros. I'm out here not looking for these hoes.
No.
I got a wifey. She's cool. We go chilling by the pool.
Hey,
We go swimming. We swimming.
it's wet.
We go eat. Then we dinning.
Hey.
Or dining. I don't know. I'm not whining. I'm not crying. I'm not lying.
Hey.
I'm a Leo. I'm a mighty lion.
Hey.
I eat these beats.
Got the roll.
Name your top 5 rappers. Dylon, 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 in Dylon, cause I spit hot fire.
Okay.
Wait, have you not heard that before?
Dave
I
Chappelle.
have.
Dave
Dave
Chappelle. Oh yeah.
They're looking like, man. That
No,
was
not
good.
me. I was,
No, I was trying to figure out what reference that was at first, and then I was
nah, not me. I knew what he was. I was like, okay,
Shit.
he brought that in.
Okay.
Alright.
All right, let's go. Let's
All right.
go.
All right.
Enough dicking around.
Yeah, nah. Don't know nothing about this new Avengers movie. Everybody's hyped on it. Oh, God, no, I can't do it. I was trying to be hyped for it. It was just overhyped for me. I
All
couldn't.
right,
I couldn't do it.
so
Agreed.
before we get into this, we're gonna let them know that there's some spoilers.
Yes,
Yeah,
major
they're gonna be going
spoilers.
on.
tons of spoilers. So if you
Don't-
haven't seen the movie
If-
and you're
if the
gonna
topic-
complain and say, "Hey, you spoiled it," don't listen.
If the topic is the Avengers Infinity War,
They should know.
they should know
Yeah, yes,
that
but
there's some spoilers.
we're about to be
As
talking
you
about
know,
some
we
stuff.
don't label our videos.
You're right. You're right.
The Avengers of Infinity
Yeah, you're
War.
right. You're right.
Yeah.
That's
But
all you-
since
all
we
you-
brought it up,
Considering
there's
one
some
of
spoilers.
our videos is
piles.
motorboating tater tots.
yeah.
Motorboating tater tots.
Motorboating.
That was
tater
one of them,
tots.
yeah.
That was really good. That was one of our best episodes just so far. We only have what?
That actually sounds kind of pleasant, you know. I mean, just tater
Yeah,
tots.
I feel like that's
The other
not
one
a
was
bad
like,
experience.
don't know nothing about curling.
Weak ass
Weak ass
curls.
curlers.
Kids curling.
And then
Curlers.
don't know
Tornado
nothing
control.
about tornado control.
Tornado control.
God,
What was
man.
biting your brother's nipple.
Yeah,
Whoa.
that was, yep.
Ooh,
That's
ouch.
our newest edition coming out today.
Don't know nothing about biting your brother's nipple. Yeah.
sounds a
Ouch.
little too
We're
kinky
talking-
for my taste.
No, we're talking about relevant issues. These are all relevant issues. Unlike this new Avengers fucking movie, it was
Yeah.
trash. Why'd you have to make the Hulk weak? He was a
real.
little
I
bitch.
don't know.
He got
was.
fucked up.
He
Like
really did though.
He got fucked up and
He
then
didn't
he was.
That
he's
was-
never
like-
gone against someone his
It
own
was like-
size
it
other
was
than
like
those
Floyd
weird
and-
ass flying
It was
centipedes.
like Mayweather and McGregor, and the Hulk was McGregor.
Hey, except fucking Mayweather, or sorry, McGregor actually held his own in the battle.
That is very true.
All Hulk did was try to tackle him,
Yeah.
and Thanos just
Like,
like,
What did you
no.
do?
The crazy thing about that beginning is that you would expect Hulk to do a lot lot more damage. Throw
Yes.
him, throw
He
him,
could have
him,
helped.
crush
do
him,
something.
do something,
Instead
throw
of just,
something
like,
at
not
him.
showing up.
But he just punched.
No.
Did he even throw a punch?
No,
But
I
at the
think he
same
tackled him.
time,
He
Bruce
tackled him,
Banner
right?
got more of a spotlight, which is kind of nice.
Yeah,
I
but-
guess.
Yeah, but that's
I'm
not
getting
why
tired of
Yeah,
Hulk
Bruce
is the
Banner.
Hulk.
but
No
I'm
one
sorry,
wants
this is Infinity
Bruce
War.
Banner.
We didn't need Bruce Banner. We needed fucking
wanted
Hulk.
Hulk.
Yeah, exactly.
Like Hulk, show the fuck up.
Think about like all the iconic. Oh, I have an army. We have a Hulk. No, we don't.
No,
we
you
have
don't. You have a
Bruce
erectile
Banner who
dysfunction now.
can't- Yes.
a Hulktile.
Yes.
Yeah,
a Hulktile dysfunction.
Erectile dysfunction.
I
Hashtag
think you found
Hulktile
your-
You know
dysfunction.
what?
You found
Bruce
your
Banner
title.
just needs little green pills. That was the solution. Little
Yeah,
Yeah,
green
like-
pills.
Little green pills.
Yeah,
Except, he's always angry.
Yeah. The freaking.
Apparently, no, he's
Well,
always
and then-
fucking
and then-
scared.
Yeah,
Well,
he
because
he's
can't
been
come out
practicing
because
that
he
damn
runs off
yoga.
of anger, and now he was running off with fear. That's why he couldn't make himself present.
You know, that's very
It's
true.
true.
But still,
Chicken shit.
Nikki with the
Yep.
prophecy.
Yep.
They got
Oh
deep.
yeah.
But the thing is, I'm sorry, but
still, you're
if
seeing all your
everybody
friends get
else
bitched.
can show up and do it, then where the
Yeah.
hell was Hulk?
You're seeing all your friends
And
get
Hulk's
bitched.
supposed to be this beast, like rage incarnate.
He's a beast bitch.
Exactly.
Yeah, in that movie he was.
But tell me, was anyone expecting a fucking neck snap from Thanos on
No.
Loki?
No, it was
No,
Stop
not
it.
Loki.
And they turned. Oh, that was the worst. They turned Thor's head to watch.
Yeah.
As he was
Yeah.
choking him, and then
I didn't
Yeah.
expect the red eyes, having them over here looking like
Like he-
SpongeBob
Right?
with no water.
And he
Yeah.
said no reincarnate. You know, I was
Yeah,
upset
he's-
because
yeah.
I really love Loki. He's like my favorite.
yeah.
I mean,
He's
a
that
good
little boy that
character.
never got a whooping.
Yeah, Loki,
He's,
yeah.
he's,
my
the, he's the
favorite.
little boy that
'Cause I
never
like
got in
rogues,
trouble
and he's
never got caught
god
and
of
actually got
trickery.
caught.
Now he's dead.
God of trickery or dickery?
Both.
Well, both.
Both.
Yeah, both.
Both.
Dickery.
They never established
Trick
if he was a
dickery.
homosexual. Like that. I'm sure there's a good amount of those heroes.
I'm
that,
pretty sure it's a lot like Deadpool. Like, Deadpool, he is pretty much just sexual. Like,
Yeah.
he's
Yeah.
had sex with men, women,
Yeah.
aliens. Like,
yeah, but now
death?
that Disney
Yeah.
owns it, I'm sure that there's going to be none of that, except for in the new the Beauty and the Beast.
What are you talking about? I don't
What-
think
what-
so,
what
man.
about
Did you
Beauty
see
and the Beast?
Deadpool?
What?
Did you see Deadpool? The movie?
Yeah, I saw Deadpool.
Did you
When was
see
he
all
fucking
the
a
sex
man?
scenes?
When was he fucking a man though?
It's not about him
didn't
fucking
No.
a man.
he got
That's
fucked.
in the comics.
He definitely got fucked.
He did get fucked. That doesn't make you
But
gay.
what about in the beginning though? When he was going through, the fact that
Just because you
He's
have a
having sex
fake
with-
dick in your ass does not make you a homosexual. Like that's
Ooh.
all I'm saying.
Okay.
But my thing is they showed it. You're talking
That is
about
kinda
Disney.
true.
here.
They didn't show.
They
it.
didn't show.
I don't
you know
think
what I mean?
Disney
They-
really wants Deadpool, but
No.
he's obviously
He's
kind
there.
of a part of the
Exactly.
package.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah, and
what
I
I'm
like that. That's the only.
Well, I
that's
don't
one
know
of the
about
reasons.
that.
that.
I
Have
think,
you
like-
seen that meme with Mickey with the Thanos gauntlet and they're collecting all the, instead of stones, it's all the
The characters.
stations they own, all
Oh,
the
man.
Oh, dang.
corporations they own.
I did not.
One of those like
I haven't
illustrations
seen
where it
that.
makes you think. I like those. I like
Yeah.
those a lot.
Political cartoons.
Yeah,
Yep,
political.
yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll see if I can find it for you.
where like everybody's a zombie, but all the zombies are looking into phones.
Yep.
Right.
Those are the best pictures.
Yep. Yep. But,
What's that? What's
so
that?
so do you guys think that all these deaths are for real? For real?
Yes,
It's bullshit.
No.
it's
I don't think
irreversible.
So
I'm so
You're
mad.
saying all of them are?
So you said it's hold on. You said it's bullshit.
I said it's bullshit. Just the situation is bullshit.
Well,
like,
obviously it's
it
Dominic,
made me
you
bullshit.
think
But
so
bullshit?
angry because I was not.
do you think they're going to revive everyone?
No,
If they
I'm pulling
don't,
a
I'll be
Disney thing.
pissed.
Yes, I personally think they're gonna revive everyone, but I think that when they revive them and they go back into that, scene again, people are still gonna end up dying.
Possibly. That could.
You know,
that
like
could
that's the
be a
thing. These characters
possibility.
are gonna know that they're gonna die, so they're willing to die to help other people live. So some of these deaths are gonna be forever, of course.
Well,
They're not
like,
killing off Black
I'm-
Panther.
I'm
after
thinking
one
that
movie.
Right.
unfortunately that Loki and Gamora they're just
They're
dead.
done.
Yeah.
They're
I
done.
think
Gamora
they-
got fucking trucked over a mountain.
Right?
For a
Like-
soul. Yeah, for a soul
I
stone.
think they
it.
might. I think they might not come back because it happened like before all of like the real
Yeah,
serious stuff started
because
going down.
they died in
Yep.
like
In the beginning
stages.
stages.
It's not a Dragon Ball Z fucking Shenron.
I don't know.
yeah, they're not gonna. They're
Everybody
not gonna
that disappeared.
freaking
I think
Dragon Ball
everybody that
this.
disappeared is coming back. Everybody that
Well,
just started
Now
in the
I don't
wind.
think so.
do you think Now I'm gonna tell you what the producer said. I know I told earlier, but the producer said that they're not gonna pull a everyone's coming back scenario. So,
So they're gonna
Yeah, I've
pick
seen
and
the
choose?
article on
but
that.
but do you think that's just him
That's him just
hyping up the
hyping it up.
movie, or do
I
you
think
just
it's him
think?
hyping it up.
No, because that's
Well-
really stupid. Why would you say that? Oh, just kidding, haha, nobody's really dead. That's poor
Because-
movie making skills.
Because every superhero movie ever has done that. Obviously,
Almost every superhero has died at some point and has
Yeah,
come
like
back.
look at
But
the
they're
super-
superheroes, that's
but
why
look-
they come
but
back.
look at the Superman movie for example. He died, right? He came back.
I mean, look at freaking Family Guy when they
But
killed
that's-
off Brian.
Yeah.
oh, I know. I was
Yeah, that
I was
pissed me
mad,
off.
but I was like, okay, that's understandable. Whatever. But
but
then they
when they
brought him
brought him
back.
back-
I'm like, I'm done with this
It's
show.
because so many people
Right.
were out crying. Bro, I walked out of the theater and people were crying in tears.
There's little kids that came to see their favorite superhero movies,
And then they died.
fucking died. They died.
Yeah, talk
Hey,
about crushing their
I
dreams
get
right in
that.
front of them.
I get that.
Like
the little
crumble
kids.
'em.
Yeah,
I'm
but
seeing
that
grown-ass
teaches you
people
something
walking out there
important.
crying.
That teaches you coping. That things are not always going to go your
That
way.
is very
That you
true.
just have to learn to deal with
Maybe
it.
it was their
True,
way of
because
showing
most
parents
people
how
don't
to
know that
parent.
still.
Yeah.
They were
Because
like, "Ha ha,
unfortunately,
we'll
we're
parent
in
your
this
kid for
age
you."
and generation where we are kind of very soft on our
The
children.
participation
And we don't,
awards.
yeah, we
Amen.
don't teach them healthy coping
Amen.
mechanisms. We teach them if you whine enough, you'll finally get your way.
Yep.
Amen.
Yep, and that's what breeds
That's
entitlement.
why you got to beat your children.
With a
That's not
stick.
what I said.
Oh shit! You know, you don't have to beat your children. You gotta let your child have a voice, but they have to learn respect somehow.
Exactly.
Again, that just
Yeah.
again spanking, whatever your views on spanking is, you just that should be you. That's
don't-
on your.
Okay, so we switching this
I don't
over.
I don't
We-
approve
just let it go where
of
it
beating your child, but maybe a couple spanks. Like, hey, you better not steal anymore. Like
Yeah.
what do you do? Like, you can't just put a kid in a timeout. They're just gonna be like, okay, well, I have to go sit in my room for a
or just
couple
take-
days.
Take,
Like,
take a toy
I
or
would make
video
them
game
do
away.
so
Like, what
many
is that?
unnecessary fucking chores. It's not even funny. I would have them scrub baseboards with a toothbrush. I would have them take everything out of the room, completely reorganize
Cinderella, that
everything.
shit.
Like, yeah, because you know what?
Alphabetically.
What little kid likes to do actual work?
None.
But
They'd
that
rather
teaches
sit
morals.
there and time out
That
and not
teaches
do
morals.
anything than
I
actually
do
do
approve
something.
of physical education,
Yes.
unnecessary.
Yes.
As I like to call it, PT, physical
Yes.
training.
Push-ups.
Yep.
Yep, push-ups,
Yep.
sit-ups, sprints.
No, but do
Ab-
what about these parents that are
teaches
training
discipline.
these kids, training these kids to be NBA stars when they're like 4?
Yeah.
Like over here in the gym, having them do
Overachievers?
squats,
Yeah,
just
that-
doing squats, doing curls, and all that shit.
Well-
that stifles growth.
It does.
Yeah,
If
but it
if
teaches
you're
them to be
working
great,
with
though.
with actual weight before you turn, I want to say 17, then your growth is going to be stunted. And
It'll definitely
it's
be
an actual
effective.
fact. No joke.
Yeah, but
Like,
isn't there a
it's-
fine? Okay, so isn't there a fine line though, where obviously, you two as a couple decide to have a child. That's your choice. So the way that you raise your child is also
Yeah,
your
but
choice
the
as
kid
well.
doesn't
Yeah.
have the choice.
But
the kid doesn't
you
have
also-
you're affecting them physically for the rest of their
You
life.
can't live vicariously through your child and
Yeah.
then put them
That's-
through all kinds of
that's
stuff
what I
and
was
make
gonna-
decisions for them and stunt their growth because of
True.
something that
Yep.
you want for them.
Yep.
Very true.
Or something that you wanted for yourself that you couldn't achieve yourself.
Maybe
That's
your
why-
kid
how
wants
early-
to eat
That's why
turkey
what I
and not
believe.
kale.
That's why what I
Yeah.
believe is that when you're raising a child, you have to raise them. Then when they get of age, like 17, for example, that's when you try to figure out what they want to do with their actual life.
Exactly. But around when they're getting into high school, I feel like you should start talking to them
Yeah,
about
guide them,
what,
but don't say, hey, this is what
Exactly.
you're doing.
Yeah.
like,
Yep.
hey, I know you're barely making it into high school and you have so many other problems, but guess what? You're going to work this career and you're going to work your ass to the bone.
Yeah, that's unacceptable. Yeah, because all that does is that just wants them that leads them to not want to do that.
See,
Exactly.
it's a tricky line
It's
because
resentment.
you also
Yeah.
need structure. If you leave them with too many options, then they can
Yep.
just be like
Yeah, that
Be
goes,
and
fickle.
never
it goes
settle.
into
Well,
psychology.
Be
That's-
very
that's
fickle.
where
So
parenting
you do
comes
need
in.
structure,
Because
and
you
you
need
need to play
What-
to their strengths.
Like you have to be an authoritative parent. That's the name of it. Like you have to be structured, but you also have to know when to be lenient with your kids
Well,
so that they don't.
Exactly.
That's
don't,
where you need
don't
to
go whooping your
observe.
don't go whooping your ass or your kids' asses in Kmart. I don't want to see that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't
Yeah.
believe in that
My
either.
mom would take
I
me
don't
to the
know.
car.
I'd rather see whooping ass in Kmart than letting your kids scream while you're looking at a fucking product on the shelf.
True.
And having everyone else have to deal with it.
Yeah, but that
True.
I
starts
think
at
that,
home. Like,
I think that's a fine line between like knowing as a parent when and where to discipline your child. Like
Yeah.
you can easily take your child out of Kmart
Yeah.
and spank their ass in the car.
it's got to be a
Which is what
community
my mom would
thing.
do.
Like
It's got to be a community thing, I think. Got to go lean away from this whole individual thing. Oh, you're an individual unit. We're an individual unit. We gotta grow together. We're all people. We gotta figure
That
out
is
how
true.
to grow and how to train our. We're training the motherfuckers because
Yeah.
they don't know what to do.
Yeah,
we
that's
gotta
true.
train them to be good human beings.
and the
if
world
they're
is not getting any better.
No,
No.
it's not. No, it's
no,
not.
it's not.
Nope.
Talking about not getting better. Kanye's a piece of shit.
Kanye is going through a mental breakdown.
I think so.
what-
Midlife crisis.
Wait, so okay, I'm
Someone needs
unaware.
to take Twitter away from
I'm
Kanye.
unaware
Kim needs to step
of
up and
what's
say,
going on
"Hey,
with
hubby,
Kanye.
sit
So
down."
someone.
let me bring
Yeah, she
up
needs
his,
to support her man.
Twitter.
Yeah, exactly. Because I mean, she's
The
got
right
all this
way.
power on social media and everything. She can just say, because I mean, it's obvious. I saw the TMZ thing myself. It is obvious that he's having some type of mental episode.
Yeah.
If I was
He's
him,
on
I wouldn't
opioids.
even let him go to the TMZ interview because he's not in his own right mind. So
Support
what
your
kind
man.
of
He
statements
did
are
a
you going to
TMZ
do?
interview.
Yeah, he did.
If he
And
was- if he was
that
in the
was
same
slavery.
situation-
That was the slavery comment. That's
Yeah.
where that came from. Is the TMZ thing.
Somebody pulled this up. So explain
but
to me what,
one thing that a lot of
what's
people
going on
don't know
with
is
Kanye?
he does have a history of mental health issues.
Yeah.
What's
yeah,
going on
he
with
does.
Kanye? What's going on with him?
He's
Explain
on
to me.
opioids. Like he's in a lot of pain, and he went to the hospital, and they prescribed opiates, and he's.
For what?
I don't know.
He claimed that he got liposuction before his wedding because of
Yeah.
quote all of you motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Because they put so much pressure on you to look a certain way. And
Right.
so I
And you're
guess
in that
ever
industry.
since
I
his
feel like-
liposuction, he got hooked
Yeah,
on
but
the.
you-
I feel like in the
that's-
rap
that's still
in
his
the
choice,
rap
though.
industry,
No
no
one
one
gives
gives
a
a
shit.
shit what you look
Yeah,
like.
look at
It's
Fat
about
Joe.
what you
Look at-
produce.
yeah,
but
look at
the
Fat
thing
Joe,
is,
look at
people are so critical
DJ
of everyone.
Khaled.
If you have a little bit of extra
Yeah.
flab on your stomach, oh, they're
gotta-
letting themselves go.
you gotta
like
think about
they're
who he's
happy,
married to.
they're celebrating, they're having
Yeah,
cake
he's
tastings.
with the
I mean,
Kardashians.
like,
They have to be pristine.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
they.
yeah, but the thing is, I mean, be yourself. Shit,
Yeah, at the end of the day.
you shouldn't have to take people's criticism and try to do something about it.
Which is
Just
really
be
funny
yourself.
because he used to be all about not taking shit from anybody.
Mm-hmm.
And now
But
he
think
wants
about
to
it.
go and
You
be
can-
like,
you can
"I
say
did
that
it
all you
because I
want,
don't
but
wanna
then-
take shit."
Yeah, you can say that all you want, but then there comes a point where there's too much, and you
It's
just
true.
mentally break down by looking at all these hate comments and just people who don't even know you telling you you're a piece of shit and you know
See,
value.
Well, I think
See,
we're seeing
time out.
the
Time out. See,
effect-
that's when you have enough money to just put away your phone,
yeah.
put away electronics, and go somewhere
No,
else.
but that's what the effect of
Go
the social
camping.
media. That's
Yeah,
what social
like-
media is doing to people. Like you have to put out a
Keyboard
certain
courage.
you have to put out a certain image of yourself, and if you're not meeting that, then you don't think you're good enough, and that's the problem. And people are telling you you're not good enough, especially if they want to hate on you. Now you have those negative comments coming directly and from internally.
yeah.
That's fucked.
Yeah.
And
I mean, think about it.
get
Everybody
but
has their own insecurities, but then when somebody else says it, it makes it so much more prevalent.
For him to have such a big ass opinion on like slavery and shit. Listen, you can go through whatever you're going through, but slavery was not a choice. In the fucking definition of slavery, it says you don't have a
Against your
choice.
will.
That doesn't
Wait,
make
so
any
he's
sense.
saying that slavery was
But
a choice?
one thing I will say is that I really feel like he was trying to get a point across, but he just failed at it. He was saying something about being mentally imprisoned, which
Yeah.
I do completely 100% agree with him about, because you have so many people who just think about the situation of their ancestors, and you're not in their predicament. It's the future now. We have to make new memories and not just keep living in the past. So they're mentally imprisoned.
Yeah,
I'm not saying that racism isn't alive. It is.
yeah.
But
100%.
a lot of the time, things are pulled in situations that it's not even going that way. It's not even a racist comment, but it's construed that way. So, and that's where the mental imprisonment comes from, because you're constantly in that state of mind.
But when he's making comments like, "Oh, they were enslaved for 400 years," 400. If you're enslaved for 400 years, there must have been a choice there. You must have just accepted.
That's
that
what he
shit.
was saying?
Yeah, that's what he was
Yeah.
saying. And then there's a disconnect there. And then for him to go on social media and say, I haven't identified as a black man since 2008.
Whoa.
Yeah,
You
no,
may-
that's
What?
crazy.
You may not
Yeah.
identify. You may not
Yeah.
identify as a black man, but the whole world identifies you as a black man.
Just for reference, I was talking about
Sweet.
his tweet when he put out the mental imprisonment. I'm not talking about when he said that
Oh,
what
yeah.
slaves were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I get it.
Wait,
Enslaved.
No, yeah.
It was a
wait.
choice because
Can
that's
you repeat
obviously
that?
stupid.
What?
So he
What?
said
What
that
you
he
just
doesn't.
said.
He doesn't.
When
He
it
hasn't
comes to like Twitter, he put out a tweet which he
let me
later
pull it up.
deleted saying, "I haven't identified as a black man since 2008, 2007, or whatever. I haven't identified as that."
I think it's hilarious because this generation is the only generation to have said, I don't identify as this. And I think
Yeah.
that's bullshit.
I don't know
How-
if this is
how
the
can
only
you
generation.
just-
I think
I
it's
don't
just more prevalent in this
I think it's,
generation.
I think
No,
it's
Because-
bullshit.
because social
honestly,
media is so
I'm with
big.
Dylan. I'm with Dylan on that. I feel like we're the only generation that has, because you got to understand, like generations before us, they understood where they stand because
Exactly.
No,
time-
but you have 40-year-olds, fucking Bruce Jenner. You have these people that don't identify as men, that
That's
identify
different. That's different, though. We're
themselves
talking
as
about
women.
race. You ask him.
Well,
you
race,
ask Caitlyn Jenner.
sex,
Gender?
like,
All of
exactly. Race, gender. Like, how do you? What the fuck is a non-binary?
No,
Like, I
Hey,
understand.
Hey,
there's
Kyle, do you think that
there's
the
a
only
male and
reason
female.
why the older generation feel that way now is because of this new generation?
I think
Because there was heavily influenced.
I honestly think that this newer generation is getting into those not business, not mathematics, but getting into psychology, sociology,
Yep.
and like theater, and they're looking at these social
And
constructs.
socialism.
It's social constructs. Fucking gender is a social construct. Gender is a social construct.
I don't know. It's either you have a penis or
No,
you have
that's
a vagina.
sex. That's sex.
That's sex.
Oh,
Sex
yeah.
and gender
Okay.
are different.
Dude,
how?
Yeah.
How are they different?
Sex and gender,
Because
your
sex-
gender is what you identify. That's what
identify
Oh
you
yeah, your
yourself.
gender
I
is
don't-
what
I
you
don't
feel
think
you
so.
are, because you could
Right.
feel more feminine or something.
Right.
I
But your
understand.
sex is what you actually are.
I understand that if you're born a man and you
But-
feel like a
but
woman,
let's go further.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
If you're born a man, you feel like a woman, you get a fucking operation or whatever, and you're transgender, and now you're a woman.
Yeah.
Yes, I get that. But the fact that if you're standing here feeling like a man or feeling like a woman, and you're just like, I'm not a woman. What the fuck are you? You're not a man. Like what? No, like what
Yeah,
are
no,
you?
I get
Well,
you.
but you have to understand, like a lot of, I mean, what I want to say the most, or a lot of the people that say that to themselves, the reason why they do is because, to touch on what you said, Dylan, they feel, when they say, I don't feel like a man, they mean they don't feel like a man, they feel like a woman. So that's the difference between gender and sex. Sex is what you actually are. Sex can be changed.
I just
But your
think
gender,
that,
your gender is who you identify yourself as, right?
This,
So,
this
go ahead,
society,
go ahead,
this
Nikki.
society is, or the way society is now, is just so obsessed with labels. We need
Yeah.
a label
Yeah.
for everything.
Amen.
Agreed.
I
You
need a
can't
label
just-
for this feeling, even though it's 1% off of this feeling. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Everything doesn't need to be a label. You can put things in a cloud.
Yeah.
Like generalize. I feel sad, not I feel.
Depressed.
But
I feel
Or something.
anguish.
But we, you have all these sub labels
Too many
because
levels
But you can't
of labels.
can't just have two.
What
you
I-
can't have two anymore. It's not there. Like
I
just
think
going
that's
going
so
deeper.
dumb.
But going deeper, man. Like you
It-
can have a chromosomes, an XXY chromosome. Is that a man or is that a woman? You have because going down to biology, what we were told is that there's XX, which is a woman, and then there's XY, which is a man.
Right.
And then we have
Right.
people that are XXY or
Yes.
XYY or XYY. Like you
Which
have
are-
all these,
which is
what are those
very
people?
rare.
They're very, but what are those people?
But they can.
anomalies.
I don't know if they're not. They're
They
people.
They just are.
But
There
what,
are.
what
Well,
all
it's
of,
a nicer
all
word
of
than
this
you-
boils
Everything
down
comes
to,
down to is a DNA, a change in
Because
DNA.
if you want to be real about it, it's a mutation.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean,
no,
that's
but are they a
exactly
part
what
of
it
a
is.
society and are they a human
well,
being?
remember society.
Are they
like
something
how Nick,
different
Like how
now?
Nikki was saying, though, the word society is a label. What if it was just what Kyle's trying to say is we are what we are. And
Yeah, everybody's so busy
you
with
know,
trying
like,
to put
everybody's
themselves
trying to
into
put
some type of
themselves in some type of-
classification.
except
Exactly.
all of this boils down to is, oh, do you do the duties of a man oh, I don't identify as a man, so I don't do the.
No, but
do
what
you
are
do
the
the duties
duties
as a woman?
What are the duties of a man, and what are the duties of
It
a woman?
is
That goes
what
deeper.
society has brought upon us.
I don't think we created that shit for us.
Yes,
That's-
we,
men.
we
yeah,
as
you guys are on the
people
same
are
page.
society.
Yeah, you guys are on the same page.
I
yeah.
mean, men, women, they have better eyesight than we do.
And
That's
they,
just
they can
genetic.
see
They have
a
better
hell of a
eyesight.
lot more colors.
Yeah, they have better eyesight, and then men,
That's
we're
not
physically
fair.
strong. Yeah, well,
Yeah, that's
Physically
100%, no,
stronger.
that's 100% true.
It's just what it
Down
is.
to DNA.
That's wild.
Well,
And then-
think about it. If you're physically strong, you don't need to really spot somebody from a long time away to prepare for something.
No,
You know what I
it's-
mean?
That's
and
Like,
then you can
that's
see
not-
nuts.
self-preservation
You can
type
see
thing.
nuts, and you can see different fruits in the.
This colored
for-
berry is bad for you.
Yeah.
Don't eat it.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. And
Why-
there's going down
Why,
to that.
why do you think there's
Go ahead.
colors like fucking fuchsia and violet?
Yeah.
Chartreuse.
We would just be like
Chartreuse,
purple,
right?
Purple.
Yeah, that's
Peace.
green.
But when it goes,
Yellow.
when it goes to tasks, like
Not
fucking doing the
macaroni
dishes,
and cheese.
when it goes to
fucking Crayola
when it
ass
goes
colors.
to doing the dishes or cooking or providing for the family or any of these things that we've labeled
Okay,
as
those
a
are
manly duty
societal
or a woman's
definitions.
duty.
So there has always been labels, and now with why we're obsessed with labels is because we have technology. We can
Right.
instantly talk to people who
Yeah.
have these same feelings across the world like that.
Yes.
right.
And that is why everyone's obsessed with labeling everything and
'Cause they
and
wanna
creating
just
these safe spaces and talking
follow
about
somebody.
things because they can find somebody who identifies how they feel exactly. Now, when you were stuck before the internet, you were in your community. And
Mm-hmm.
maybe there was somebody who felt the way you did, but if
Probably
it wasn't
not.
the majority, which it probably wasn't, you kept to yourself. But now that we have the internet, we can say whatever we want,
Yeah.
whenever we want,
Too much.
without
that not
accountability.
but does
Too
that not
much.
make it
Yes,
real?
exactly, without accountability.
But does that not make
No,
it
no,
real?
and
Is
that's
it?
not- yeah.
Does that not make it real? Like you
It
have-
makes it real, but people need to police themselves and know when things are ridiculous.
They have to know
Yeah.
when not to assume that they know. Like when someone says, "Oh, why are you assuming my gender?" How am I supposed to know what you identify as?
Exactly.
That's the listen.
Exactly.
I
Unless
agree
you have a
with that.
label on your forehead,
Yeah,
like
I
don't
agree
chew
with
me out.
that.
I don't
Okay?
want to walk
If I'm-
around with a label on me.
I think that it really doesn't fucking matter. I think
Exactly.
you are who you
Exactly.
are.
Yes, but where
Either
the disconnect
you're a
is-
good person or you're a bad
Yeah,
person.
where the disconnect is you have the right, which is like you're a man, you're a woman. Like this is what it is. It's defined as this, and then you have the left that are like, but this is what I am, and this is what I'm going to be, and you should know that. And this,
Yeah.
like, this is what society is. But no, like,
Yeah, like the
there has
whole
to be-
Boy
Right.
Scouts
Yes,
thing.
there has
Right.
to be a relearning and
A
reteaching.
middle ground.
A reteaching
There has
and
to be a
relearning.
middle ground.
They're just listen.
Let's
if
dig a
that's
little bit.
what
Let's
you are-
dig a little bit deeper here, guys. Do you feel like?
Oh, the Boy Scouts. Do you
No,
want to
no,
get
no,
into
no,
that?
not the Boy Scouts. Do you think that the only reason why in today's society or in today's age, the reason why we feel this way is because we're in the coming of I guess, level 3 to what humans are and what.
Like a
So,
an,
so
like
do you
another
feel like
step
No,
in
no,
the
no,
evolution.
Like
it's-
Darwinism.
So what I'm trying to say is, bear with me
Huh.
here. Do you guys think that this is another stage in the process of evolution for mankind, or
No,
No.
history
It's
repeats
stupid.
itself. This is
I feel
our
like it's
Renaissance
people-
period.
you think so?
Again.
I feel
Yeah.
like it's people wanting attention because they think they're special, and they're fucking not. Let's be real.
Yeah.
Most of us are not fucking special. And
Well,
the
I
quicker
mean-
people understand that, the quicker people just get on with their boring ass fucking lives.
This is the main problem. You have social media, you have reality shows, you have these fantasy lives that people
Mm-hmm.
put up.
And standards.
And the thing
So you
is,
said standards.
Yep.
I am a beauty influencer. I do YouTube. It is not that fucking glamorous.
Plug that shit, girl.
YouTube.com/Dominique's channel. Check it out.
Plug.
But
Plug.
it's not as fun and glamorous as it looks. It's hard work.
It's a lot of work.
You have to work when you have a headache. You have to work when you're not feeling good, and you still have to act like you're okay.
Yep.
And then I at least show parts of my life that look more glamorous, but then realistically, I just set up a little corner in my room to take a pretty picture.
Yep.
Yeah, I
It's
get that,
not
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
that serious.
But yeah, I think it's just
and
goes
people
back
just
to ego.
get stuck trying
And they
to be
live
like
by it.
everybody, and they
Yeah.
live by it. Like, oh, that's such a glamorous life. I need that. I'm special. I should
Yep.
have that.
Or I
where it all
want
comes into
to
play.
be like that.
When in reality, you're not fucking special. Okay?
Yeah.
Not everyone's gonna be the man on fire, the hero. You're not all heroes. Okay? The sooner we all understand that as a people, like think of ants or bees. Not all of them is the queen bee. Like there's worker ants. There's people that literally ants that just work.
Right, but everybody wants to be a
We,
queen
you know,
bee.
though,
Nobody else
ambitious,
wants to line up and be a
ambition
Exactly.
is very important. You need ambition because
Yes.
people can't just be like, oh, well, I'm never gonna be special. Do. Then you'll have those people who aren't.
Well, that's not
who
to
aren't
say that.
thinkers,
That's
who
not to
aren't-
say that
who aren't
whatever
forward
they're trying to.
thinkers.
That's not to say though whatever they're trying to accomplish or do in life doesn't put forth
No, but no
the
one.
effort. Like for example, like how you were saying, Dylan, with ants or bees,
Yeah.
for example, they just do. And by
Exactly.
them doing, they know that they're serving the bigger cause,
Exactly.
which is either building the anthill or breaking down.
Isn't that what we're
um,
doing as society?
Right.
But
But,
we
Yeah.
but
just,
People
not
have
everyone's
forgotten
going
to
to be
work
that,
together.
that Albert Einstein,
We're just-
that fucking Steve Jobs. Like, people assume that, oh, I'm so special. I'm going to be that guy. Like, sure, go follow your fucking dreams. Just don't run yourself into the ground thinking that you're automatically going to achieve them.
it's just huge
Yeah.
ass egos.
Well,
man.
that's
We're-
also a conflict in the millennial stage because you have the older millennials who are taught because it was true if you go for it you can get it.
If you
and
dream it,
now
you can
in
do it.
today's society, even if you go for it, you probably will not get it just
Nope.
because of how things are today. So
Overpopulation.
you're kind
Yup.
of stuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, overpopulation. You're kind of stuck between two mentalities where like maybe I can't.
I think what Dylan's trying to say though is if you understand that, then you won't stress yourself out. You won't put yourself in those mental states like how Kanye quote unquote says he was in, or you won't have the
He's
need to
already
go
there. He could
on
just
social
settle.
media and tell people how you feel. If you have that internal understanding, like, hey, I'm gonna still try to reach my goals, but I may or may not get there.
Yep.
Then you won't.
He
be in
has
that
a
state
song
of
that
mind.
says, "I have a big ego." He is his fucking ego, man.
Yeah.
Like,
He also said,
And that's the problem because he feels like he's such a genius. So he says these things, and just because you say something doesn't mean it's true.
Yep.
A couple things he said I agreed with, but the most of it was just diarrhea of the mouth, and he should have just
Yeah.
shut up, kept it to himself. Because honestly, I don't even know. I don't
think
even know.
I remember this
Dogma.
interview that he had, and it was hilarious. He kept on talking about how he's a god.
are you talking about Sway in the morning?
Lord.
I don't know if it was Sway or Ellen or something.
You don't have the answer, Sway.
No, not that one. No, that was
one
Logic.
was funny. No, but he compared himself. Who
Yeah,
did
he compared himself to God.
To
Did he really?
Shakespeare.
Yeah,
That's stupid.
To Shakespeare. He
to
used
Shakespeare, to God, and it's like,
Just so all
Come
you
on.
guys know, like, it's funny how I don't know any of this. Like,
oh yeah, no, straight up.
Like-
There, you can actually
crazy,
look it
it's
up.
crazy how
I
That's
barely
the
know
most,
some
That
of
is
this.
the most arrogant
That's what I'm
thing
saying.
anybody can do is compare themselves to a god because he's flat out saying I'm better than every single one of y'all. That's literally what he's saying.
Yeah.
yeah.
But I'm at the point where I just don't give a fuck anymore.
Exactly.
Like,
Right?
I don't give a fuck
Like you
about
can keep doing
anything.
you and just
Just,
leave
like,
me out of it.
If someone's like, I identify as a ficus, I'll be like, okay.
Good
now
for
I
you.
know you as a ficus. You're a ficus. I will identify. If next week you identify as something else, I will accept you
see,
for
I
that
have a
because that
problem
does not
with that.
affect me at all.
But what would
Okay,
but
see,
what if,
I
what if
don't
somebody
mind
comes
it
to you
because
and
it
tells
doesn't affect me, but when things
I'm an
like
Apache
how
helicopter.
they have been getting out of hand, where the minority is trumping the majority.
Yep.
Like
For what?
you can't use the word man in what school is that?
Oh,
Oxford or something.
I don't
They
fucking
took it
know.
out of anything that had the word man in it.
Yeah,
Even
they're-
if it was man-made or human, they took
Why?
it out of their
not even not even
syllabuses.
woman.
everything.
You can't
yeah.
even say woman.
Why?
Because
What
it
did they
could
replace it with?
Because it
offend
has
somebody
man.
because it's gendered.
So what did they
they
replace it
say
with?
they say call me person. I'd feel better if you call me person.
You know what? I'm
someone
sorry.
calls me
Everybody
person-
is so confused with getting
Even
their
if the
feelings
word
hurt.
exactly
It is not
Yeah,
that
it's
serious.
not that
Suck it the
serious.
fuck up.
Exactly.
But
Yeah.
because of technology, because
Yeah.
of the internet,
People
these
can express
people,
their
these
opinions.
minority of people
Yep.
are taking over the majority, and it's ridiculous.
Yep.
And then
Because the minority should
gosh, it's so
never really.
frustrating.
That's an
Tell-
extreme
Trump
case.
the
Tell me something.
majority.
That's an
Tell
extreme
me something.
case.
How did feminism no longer become about equality?
Yeah.
No,
I
straight
thought
up.
that
like
Yeah.
whenever somebody was complaining that they had less than somebody else, I thought that they were complaining that they wanted the same thing, not to be better.
exactly.
Exactly.
And now there's people holding feminism rallies where charging men extra for whatever, and
I
now,
thought that's
No,
what
these
you
are
didn't
people
want for
who are
yourself.
twisting the true ideals
Two
of
wrongs don't
feminism.
make a right.
exactly. And now fucking the Boy Scouts. Boy Scouts saying, I'm going to this. Boy Scouts have to change the name, but then the Girl Scouts, they're like, we're still a first choice for women if they want to come.
Yeah, I heard about that on the
Double
news.
standard.
I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like,
what did they
why don't
switch
they
their names to? Do you remember?
Why don't
I
they
think
just merge?
Going back to
Boys
those
and Girl
Scouts.
Scouts.
going back to like charging
call them
men
scouts,
extra,
yeah.
charging men
because then
extra.
you'll offend someone. You just have to call them scouts. No
Going
more.
back to
Yeah, yeah.
charging men extra, it's just to show the wealth inequality, like the wealth inequality and the pay gap.
You don't.
For that
you
stuff.
don't
That's,
show
it's
that
just an
by
example.
punishing the other
No,
side.
it's not
Yeah,
punishing.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
not punishing. It's just to prove a point. Listen, I'm getting paid 75 cents to the dollar. Now, you have to charge. Yeah, I'm charging you $1, and I'm charging girls 75 cents just to show you how fucking unequal that is. That's all it is. It's not. It's not to
but
say.
there's better ways.
But doesn't that make it?
There's no better
wait,
ways.
Kyle,
What are the
Kyle,
better
wait,
ways?
Kyle,
But go back to
doesn't that make
shit
it-
like
doesn't that
go back
make
to
it
shit like
unequal, though?
slavery. Like, black people aren't gonna just go, all right, well, my ancestors were fucking slaves. Now you're a fucking slave. That's
But-
not equality.
Yeah, that's not.
No,
It's just
two
to
wrongs
prove a
don't make a
point.
right. Just like
No,
Dominique said.
Right.
It's a form of protest, and it's a form of just getting
I see
the
what you're
message out there
saying.
because there's no change. What change is there?
People are so quick to try to make a point that they forget that it doesn't fucking matter sometimes.
Yeah. I get that. But if you don't want to be charged $1,
True feminism
If you don't wanna be
fights
charged,
the
just
good
don't
fight,
go to the
and
shit.
I
Here-
do
here's-
believe
here's-
that
here's what I-
it has
here's what I
been
understand.
Feminism, not the
derailed.
stupid stuff.
True
And-
feminism is where it's supposed to be,
I
but
agree.
there are people that are just
Misconstruing.
exactly
Getting out of
just like
hand.
Islamic terrorist groups. Like they're called terrorists because they're fucking terrorists.
Yeah.
It's not all of Islam.
yeah.
It's not all of fucking Arabic
There
people
are
or Islamic
groups.
people.
I completely agree. I completely
They're
agree
extremists.
with you. But you can't say that feminism has now become this because that's not
No.
what it is. Though you're just pointing out the
Some
extremists.
people blow it out
Oh,
of
that,
proportion.
yeah,
Just
I see.
pointing out
Well,
that you can't
that's
just
what Kyle's saying. It's
blanket
like,
this.
You can't blanket it. You have to understand that there's
No, but
that's
there's
a part of the
so
extremist
much
portion.
that is
But
quote
that's
unquote blanket.
Just like, but just like
Labels.
you were saying,
Again, right back to
social
labels,
media.
just like
Yeah.
you said.
Just like you were saying, social media, the minority is getting their voice out. That's why ISIS was so fucking big. It was not that they weren't doing that much. It was a fucking problem, but they posted their beheadings on
It's a problem
social
because
media, and then we're like, fuck,
we
they're
looked at
taking
them.
people's heads, man. We need to do something about this shit because they didn't give a fuck about that before they actually.
What would
showed
happen if
some
we
shit.
would have ignored them?
yeah.
Yeah,
Because the beheadings happened before we even
That's,
Yeah.
that's what
Yeah.
we're saying.
it was going on.
and that's what Kyle's saying.
Going to the Boy Scouts, they've actually allowed girls to join since 1971. Why the fuck does a name matter?
Yeah,
I
Because
do
names
agree
hurt
with you.
people.
If you're gonna take the boy out of scouts, you got to take the girl out of the scouts
Exactly.
too.
Yeah,
Just
there
name
has
them the
to
scouts.
stop being
Just
the double
call
The
them
standard.
Scouts
Just
of America.
fucking
Exactly.
scouts.
The
that's
Scouts
strong.
of America.
I like that.
They
Yeah.
can not only go camping and shit, and they can sell those bomb ass fucking cookies. Give me those Thin Mints. Give me those Thin
Yeah,
Mints.
talking about equality, allow the boys to sell the
yeah,
cookies.
yeah. How come the
Yes.
Boy Scouts can't sell cookies?
And
What's
I
up
think
with that?
The reason why they changed the name is because their membership has been declining, which obviously it has. But
Yeah.
like, they fucking nothing else has changed. They've
Right.
always allowed girls to join since 1971. So
Right.
why the fuck does the name
Doesn't
matter? Why can't the Girl Scouts and the Boy Scouts? Obviously, they're two different entities that
Merge.
should merge.
I think
Yeah.
they should merge.
I
They
think-
do have different base ideals, though. I mean, when the Girl Scouts are more trying to teach entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
Why can't?
like
why
that.
can't-
Shouldn't they teach it all to
Both.
everybody?
Exactly.
They
I mean,
can,
because that's
yeah.
the thing. Like in society, that's what women.
But I think that's
those
what
active
separated
womenist
them
groups-
to begin with.
Yeah,
is
that's
I'm
what
saying.
these womenist groups want, though. They want the equality, right? So, I think that as human beings, because people is a label as well. One thing that we all know is that we're human,
Yeah.
right? Just like how a monkey's a monkey, how an elephant's an elephant, an
Homo
alligator's an alligator,
sapiens.
right? So, what I think that they should do is merge, and what I mean by
Yeah.
merge
Yeah.
is teach the men about how to be entrepreneurial and how to build a fire
And how to
Yeah,
bake.
and
how to bake. And how to wash
and how to
dishes.
bake, wash
And-
dishes, all that
and
stuff.
just
Do
get in
all
touch,
that.
And then
get in
same-
touch
and
with
then
your feminine
same-
side if
and
you
then
want
see-
to.
Okay.
Like that's
It's
where
the
I'm
Well,
at.
same
who
thing-
said baking
same
was
thing.
feminine? Have you
That-
ever
that's
been
what-
to France?
No,
No,
what
that's
I'm
not what we're
saying.
saying. We're not,
Exactly.
No.
But that's what I'm saying.
not in,
But
not us
the
in
thing
here,
is,
but
in America, we do have labels, and we have labels that women stay home.
Yeah,
they
when,
cook,
Right,
they
right,
clean,
right.
they
when a
take care of
guy
the kids.
paints or does something, it's art, and when a girl does it, it's called crafting.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
But like that's what I'm saying. Like, what we should
It's
do. What we
just
should do.
media,
Let
too.
me talk, Dominique. What we should do is we should mesh both of them. You see, and I think
Yeah.
that's kind of where it starts. It starts always at a young age, and that's why we're talking about it. That's why the people feel the way they feel about sexism and feminism and all that stuff and gender and all that. But if we mix it to where the man and the woman do the same things, we grow equally.
Well,
as
that's
human
the
beings.
ideal,
That's
is
the
breaking
idea.
down social constructs that we have built for years.
Right.
That's the whole idea of true modern feminism,
Yeah.
or
but-
true feminism.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like I'm just touching on a basic point here. Girl Scouts, they teach entrepreneurial. Boy Scouts, they teach how to build a fire
Survival.
and survival. Well, why is that? What I'm
Everybody
saying
needs
is the
those
Girl
skills.
Scouts should do the
Everything.
everything.
Yeah.
They should do everything.
they
They
should
should
do-
allow boys into the Girl Scouts. They should allow girls into the Boy Scouts, or just call them the fucking Scouts and leave it at that.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Just
and
go.
then
it.
teach them about everything, entrepreneurial,
exactly.
how to
Like-
build a pipe and all types of other stuff.
'Cause
How
you
to dig
already
a
know,
hole and
if you have both the Boy Scouts and the Girl Scouts emerge as one, that is so much more Girl Scout cookies to sell.
Yeah.
Come on. That is the right move. That is the right move.
Think about what's important here. It's
Oh,
the
and
guy.
speaking
that-
of
It's the
Girl
damn
Scout
Girl
cookies.
Scout
Yep.
cookies.
Speaking
There's-
of Girl Scout cookies, they need to start making some more gluten-free cookies because I'm sick and tired of having the one option that they have. So if you're listening,
Aw.
please
Do
some
it.
more gluten-free cookies. Thin
Please.
mints, at least.
So when you get
Gluten-free Thin
into areas like that where you're like, well, merge things together, you have a lot of liability issues. So then maybe you feel uncomfortable with your daughter being led by a man, or you feel uncomfortable with boys and girls together camping.
They're little
Like,
kids.
No, I'm not talking
I
about that.
know.
What I'm,
No.
talking,
No.
what I'm talking about is this.
Yeah,
is,
but
is
that's a
what they're
fear.
teaching. What they're teaching.
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
even fear.
It's not who.
What I'm saying, I'm not
Who's
saying
teaching
it's who's teaching it. A woman can still teach the girls of the Girl Scouts
But-
how
but-
to dig a hole.
No, but what Nikki is saying is that there's liability. When you allow girls into the Boy Scouts, there's going
it
to be a
just-
lot of sexual
even
activities there, so we can't do that.
If you try to solve one problem, what I'm saying is that it just
Another
opens
problem
another
pushes.
problem.
yeah.
That's bullshit. But I don't think so. I don't think if we start here, yeah, sure, there might be problems.
Sexual
but
problems
years down
are
the road,
so
but
high up there right now. Look
centuries.
at how many male celebrities
Yeah,
are
but
being
centuries
accused
down the road,
of
if
rape
we
and stuff
teach,
now.
if we continue to grow as a society,
Where was that 10 years
if
ago?
we continue to grow as a society and we teach that this shit is wrong, eventually, if we start to just be like, hey, this is sex, this is what it is, and this is what it's for, and this is what you got to do about it, and we can't do it until this point, and we just fucking instill that in mind. It's gonna happen, but less of it is, because it's not going to be as taboo.
That has been
when
the
girls
fight
are letting
of
their
all
tits
time.
out. When
No,
girls are letting their
the
tits
fight-
out, it's taboo. Oh my god, those are for sex and me to suck on. I can't see them in public. What is going on?
Well, that has been the fight. Is
No,
the whole
right.
The fight is
things that
don't do it at all. If you're telling, it's like the puppy dog waiting to go outside. He wants to go outside. The moment you open the door, it doesn't want to go outside. So if you just tell him off the bat, hey, this is what it is. This is what's going on.
Exactly.
It's not going to be a big thing. It's like
the taboo out.
when you're a kid,
Yeah.
like 17 years old or whatever, you want to drink. You're
Yeah.
going to find a way to drink no matter what.
Because
Yeah.
it's something you can't have.
Exactly.
Exactly.
I
As
know.
soon
It's
as
just
I
like when
turned
I didn't
21,
want to drink.
as soon as I turned 21, I didn't really care about drinking because
Right.
I
right.
could go
But
to
when
any
you were
fucking
younger,
gas station.
But when you were younger, what were you trying to do?
Exactly. Go
Yeah.
out,
Play
go to
video
parties,
games.
go
Like
to,
for example,
go drink.
I was enclosed when I was a child, right? What I mean by that is I had very strict parents, and having strict parents where I couldn't go party, couldn't go drink, couldn't do
Made you
anything,
wanna do
it made
it
me
more.
want to do it more.
Yeah.
But if you as a parent are able to just let your kid know,
I
that
guess
this
I'm
is
an
the way things
anomaly
are,
here because I could do those things, but I didn't.
I was
Yeah.
just gonna say the same thing. Like my mom would always tell me, like, go to a party, like go have fun. I'm like,
But that's the
"Let
point
me
that they're
That's
making.
that's our point
That's
right
the
there.
Right,
That's
it's
the
like
point.
Is that we're
reverse
just like,
psychology.
hey, go
No,
do
no,
it.
no. I had really strict parents. I broke out of the house,
No,
but I still
see,
didn't do drugs.
you didn't listen to your
I
parents
never
at
broke
all.
out of the house.
At all.
But I didn't drink and do drugs.
It's not
or
about.
anything
It's
like
not about that though.
But
It's
you
about
could because you were out and
yeah.
you could do
Yeah.
it. So like,
You knew that
I was
there-
literally like the best kid ever. I didn't sneak out. I didn't do anything bad. Like,
Oh, I was not the best.
I never
kid.
got
I caused a lot of
spanking.
problems. I just didn't do drugs.
Still caused a lot of problems.
I was a brat sometimes, like, and that was once in a great while. But like, I was a good kid.
I'm still a problem.
And that's the
You're
reason.
still a
And what you were
problem.
saying, Nikki, as far as like, you know, you had strict parents, but yet again, you still did it. That's the whole point that we're trying to make. Is like, if your parents, for example, were to say, "Hey, look, I know at one point in life you're gonna want to go party and all that stuff. You can do it, but stay away from this." Like, and that's the part.
Just let
that,
me know.
A parent, you know, when you take that
Education
role,
is important.
Exactly. So as a parent, when you decide, you know what, I'm gonna have a child.
I am a parent.
You have to know that, okay, it's not just about having a child. It's about making sure that child is nurtured and making sure that child understands what's out there in the world. But if you shelter your child, and once they break out of the house per se, you know, they're gonna open their eyes up to a lot of different things, and that's when children get into a lot of
Just
trouble.
remember what the most important thing that came out of this podcast was. Just beat your kids, okay?
Beat kids. Lock them in your dungeons.
There you go.
I don't know.
Not necessarily beat.
The modern beat your kids for me, and that's what I find is very effective. Is I'm taking
Beat 'em
your
in Mario
tablet away,
Kart.
Oh yeah.
Beat them in Mario
taking
Kart.
your
and-
tablet
yeah.
Social
away.
media and
If you
game
whoop-
withdrawals.
If you whoop their ass bad enough in Mario Kart or Super Smash,
True.
they don't want to play
I
anymore.
can't do that. Airbeth will beat me at Mario Kart.
No, when
Send her
disciplining
my
your kid,
way.
just think
I will
like,
take any
what do they like
challenge.
the
Yeah,
most?
Mario Kart.
We got
I'm a
this.
G.
No, I was just saying when disciplining your kids, think like, what do they enjoy doing the most?
Yeah.
And take it away.
Take it away.
Yeah.
Take it away.
You got
Yeah.
to.
Not permanently, but
Yeah.
And I make her
Let them
earn it back
sweat it.
because she
Yes.
recently
Yes.
got grounded because she got kicked out of her after school program for throwing a huge fit. So it's not even you can get this back in 2 weeks. It's you can
You
get your
gotta work
tablet
for it
back
first.
when you're good.
yeah.
Yeah.
When I see that you have made changes, when I
Yep.
know that you're making smart decisions,
Yeah.
when you're actively being a better person, then you can get this.
Because
Yeah, like for-
actions
like
speak
for-
louder than
like for
words. And they can say, "I'm
Exactly.
sorry, mom," but then just do it again.
Yeah, but one thing too is like a lot. I know that a lot of parents do this. They take away a phone, for example. What's the first thing that a kid does? They cry and they ask, "What? When do I get it back?"
Yep.
And then a parent tells them the time frame.
Yeah.
And then they're like,
You're gonna
"Okay,
get
I
it
just
back
have
in
to
a
be good
month.
for
You're
that
grounded.
long."
You're grounded for a month. You're grounded for a year. See, that was the key with my parents. My parents never told me when.
Yep.
No.
Yep.
They were like,
My
I'm
parents-
taking
felt
I'm
like
taking everything away. I'm taking your door off of your room,
Oh,
and you're
Lord.
grounded. And when I asked, like, well, for how long? Until I say so.
Yeah.
See, my
You
parents
know,
just
and
kind
that's
of
what makes
like
you sweat, and that makes you do better.
my parents
you
just
know?
forgot that I was grounded a bunch of times. I'm like,
Yeah, they never follow through with their discipline.
No, I'd be grounded for like a week or two, and then like, fucking a week and a half later, I'm like, when's my grounding up? You're grounded for what?
Damn.
I'm like, damn it, this whole time.
That's when you don't ask. You just try and like
just
play.
See what you can
go,
get away with.
You go and play your game, and just with that
See,
fucking
well, that's
bear on
also
your
the
back, just
other
like, oh,
important
God,
thing
I'm gonna
That's the
about
important thing about it. though.
parenting.
You gotta
is
make sure.
you have to follow through.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
You
Put-
have to
put
be
like a-
consistent.
Because Dylan, obviously, your parents didn't follow through.
They
forgot about
followed
your
through
ass.
with a lot of things.
But they
A lot
forgot
of
about
things.
your ass.
A couple times.
You over here thinking you were grounded for 5 years. And
Well, see, now you know why he's so angry. He still thinks he's grounded.
No, I mean, I spend most of my time in my room anyways, so I think that's why they generally forgot.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I don't want to go sit and watch a movie that I don't want to watch with you guys.
No.
I'm going to sit in my room and not do my homework.
and do nothing.
It's true.
Procrastinate on more things.
So, like everything, parenting, the whole social constructs, everything, life, it's about balance. And right
Yep.
now, I think societally, we are tilted.
We're tilted
Yes.
pretty bad right
Yes.
now. Yeah.
No, but to what side?
There is
no- To the
whining-
There is no
to
side.
the
Tilted
whining
is
and
not
bitching.
balanced.
That's the difference. It's like
There's no
side of
sides,
balance.
because if there's sides, there's labels, and we don't do that around here.
Exactly.
And if there's sides, then it's tilted, not balanced.
If there's sides, it's
Yeah.
Thanos.
Like, you've got
I think
left and
just-
right.
let's-
You've got...
yeah. Let's leave it at that. Like, because we're deciding to label everybody, and we're trying to figure out what those labels are. Then people are going to disagree with those labels, and
That's what creates
that's
imbalance.
those arguments is what's
Yep.
causing the imbalance.
Right.
what to do, what the fuck to do. What you do is just accept that there's labels, and whatever they do, that's what it is. Just fuck it.
So the point of this,
Just-
discipline your kids. Don't beat the shit out of them in Kmart. Stop being so damn sensitive all the time.
The Avengers movie sucked.
Yeah.
Adventures movie.
Bring Loki back.
Hurry the
Hashtag-
fuck up and come out with another one.
Hashtag revive
Stop
Loki.
being
so
racist.
let's
Hashtag shrimp people.
so,
Kanye, tell us what's wrong.
Yeah,
Please.
talk
Please,
to us.
talk to
Talk
us.
to us, Kanye.
You've got a friend in me.
Talk to us, Easy.
You
got a friend in me.
Okay, we're no longer doing a podcast. We're going on the road.
that was
What's
clean.
our band name?
I
Yeah,
don't know, but that was clean. though.
that was clean as hell.
And
And I'm ashamed I didn't join in.
Yeah,
I set it up though, so I'm the band manager. I make most of the money.
we're boys now.
All right.
But
Great,
okay,
but-
so back to what we originally started the podcast on, though, guys. What do you guys think's gonna happen at the end of
Yep.
every? What? Not the end of, because the end already happened. But
Yeah.
what's gonna happen
Aven-
next year with the Avengers?
Avengers 2. Leave it in the comments below. Let us
Yeah.
know. Let
Tell
us
us
know.
your theories.
Yeah,
Yes,
we gotta see them
please.
theories.
Yep.
Comments below. Message us on Facebook, Twitter. Don't know nothing about.
To be
Hashtag
honest with you
don't know
guys,
nothing
I'm gonna
about.
try and personally just boycott the movie. I'm just not gonna go. I'm gonna wait until it goes on Redbox. I'm gonna try and
You got
do
the
that.
movie
It's gonna
pass,
be
though.
difficult. I
Movie
know
pass.
it's gonna be difficult. I want to see it, but it's just
You're gonna be paying for the
cause.
movie
see
pass,
what?
and that's gonna be the only one
Just,
not
I
watched.
just don't. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna bootleg it or something.
are you talking about?
Not gonna go. Try not to. I'm not gonna buy into the Disney machine, the propaganda bullshit. They bought up
Oh, you're
everything.
talking about the next one that comes out?
The Avengers. I'm just.
I'm
not
a
gonna
Disney
see it.
slave
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't want to be a slave
proud.
anymore.
and
All right,
proud.
guys.
Hey, you guys can be proud. iPhone users, you're proud. I get it. I'm a
iPhones
Samsung
are
guy.
better
iPhone
than
for life.
Samsung.
I'm a black sheep.
No,
I'm-
you're not,
I'm a
because
black sheep.
you have a Samsung. You're just a sheep.
You know
in
what?
a
I'm gonna
different
go to
herd.
Nokia or BlackBerry or I just. I can't use a phone now.
That's
What
still
phone
a sheep
can I
but in a
use?
different herd.
You have to use the brick ones.
The
The
brick
brick
ones.
ones.
That's still a sheep
Yeah.
in a different herd.
Label. Use a pager. Bringing it
That's
back.
still a sheep in a different herd.
You know
Oh
what?
my gosh.
Fuck it. I'm
All right.
going
Get a
Morse
razor.
code.
All right,
Morse
fuck this.
code.
There you go.
Morse code.
T-Mobile Sidekick.
Take 20 minutes to send a 1-minute message.
All right.
T9
All right,
texting.
everyone.
I really wanted to thank everybody. Thank you. This was a good.
This was
fucking
really
discussion.
good.
I like
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
discussion.
Yeah.
We talked about the Avengers, but we actually talked about some real shit, and I like
Yeah.
it.
We
Okay.
started with the Avengers.
Again,
So
We didn't
I
spoil
appreciate,
anything, which is good.
All of you coming through.
again, first timers. We got Orlando, Ben, Dominique, Ben.
Yo, yo,
Thank you guys.
Reoccurring, Miss
Sup?
Nikki.
And we got
Hello.
your co-host,
Goodbye.
Dylan Purcell. Thank you, sir.
And just remember, doesn't matter what you don't know.
Just don't know nothing.
Thank you very much.